Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jide. Today, I want to talk about Nvidia. Recently, it started getting my attention, so I decided to do some research into the company. What are their products, their use cases, and real world top customers? If you are like me, I really always want to find out more information and do my own research before I jump on a trend. So today, Nvidia made its earnings call. Okay, that was for the first quarter of 2025. It made any calls, and it got me thinking: what is Nvidia? Is it something that really would be big going to the future? And I decided to do a research, okay, on their products, their use cases, and actually see if they are really occupying a space in the market space that no other companies really doing exactly the same. The degree to which a company offers unique products and services in a space determines the degree to which it becomes irreplaceable. The more irreplaceable a company is, okay, the higher its valuation, the higher its stock price goes over the next few years, over the next years, and the more difficult it is to be replaced. So I'm looking for those companies that offer unique solutions in their space that cannot easily be replaced. And that's what Warren Buffett calls business moat. Yeah, business moat. So what is an Nvidia? Maybe like you don't just want to jump on the Nvidia stock as an investor. You really want to know more about its use cases and who are its real customers. How long would they be in the market for? Is this something, do they have a long term, does it have a long term prospect? Probably that's one of the questions. And this video is made as a result of my inquisitiveness in wanting to be sure that I am going to jump on something uh, that has a long term uh, horizon, investment horizon, as a future? Or is it going to be just one of those companies that is just going to be pumped and dumped? No, probably not. So at the end of this video, you should be able to make your decision based on what you see in this video and your own personal research. Like I always say, my videos are to stimulate you to do your own research, okay, and to invest based on the information you have and your own personal investment goals. So this video is not an investment advice. Personally, I do not have a position in Nvidia, but I am considering getting a position on in this stock as much as soon as I'm well convinced. So this video is one of the processes that I've engaged in to research and be informed whether Nvidia is something I want to jump on. So after this video, you should do your own research and check out Nvidia and its fundamentals to be sure it is something you want to build your future on. As a Nigerian living in Canada, one of my goals is to retire soon on dividend income, on passive income. So researching into this product, into this company is one of my efforts, okay, in finding a company that I can grow with into the future. And that's the essence of all this. So if this stimulates your interest and this aligns with your goal, join me and let's look at Nvidia, its product use cases, and real world top customers. So this video is going to be a comprehensive view of Nvidia's product portfolio across the gaming, AI, data centers, automotive, and specialized industry platforms within their leading enterprise customers. These guys are not just playing in one niche, they are playing in different niches, just as I've said, in gaming, in AI, in data centers. So they are getting revenue not just from gaming, but also from AI, and data centers, automotive. Well, they have a well diversified revenue source, which attracted me, in fact, in the first place. They have top corporate bodies, corporate organizations as their customers, which we are going to see later in this video. So it makes me think that if a company has many use cases, its promised products has many use cases and real world talk customers, maybe it is something interesting that I might begin to look into. So let's go forward. Nvidia has GeForce RTX workstation GPUs, which are critical for designing 21st century, let me say, gaming programs, applications that we have now. Gaming has significantly transformed over the years, okay? And the players in the gaming industries realize that they need a solid infrastructure to build, okay, gaming's games, or rather other games that are going to be appealing to the market. So we have guys like Activision, Ubisoft, Epic Games are actively playing this field, and they are potential, or let me say they are currently partnering with Nvidia, okay, to get graphic processing unit that's going to power their products and services. Okay, so from gaming to 3D rendering, Nvidia is a top player in this field, making graphic processing units, okay, that powers games, okay, and design workflows. So Adobe, Pixar, Boeing, BMW are also relying on Nvidia's GeForce and GPU and RTX workstations GPUs, okay, to power their products and services. So you see these guys, these top customers, okay, give credence to the fact that Nvidia has a use case, okay, and its products are going to be, its GPUs are going to be in the market, are going to be in demand for a while. Okay, so the next one is in AI and deep learning platforms. NVIDIA's AI Enterprise provides end-to-end enterprise AI with TensorFlow and Python support. Okay, so guys like ServiceNow, SAP, VMware, Snowflake, Adobe, okay, currently rely on NVIDIA's AI Enterprise solutions, okay, for their business operations. So it is not just gaming. We now see that in AI and deep learning platforms, okay, that these guys, ServiceNow, SAP, are building their products, require them to constantly depend on NVIDIA AI Enterprise system. What about NVIDIA's Nemo and specialized tools? Okay, these specialized tools are like large language models. Okay, they are used for they are large language models use these tools, okay, to build their models. What about bioinformatics? Okay, transfer learning platform. They all need Nemo and specialized tools for their operations. So companies, okay, like Amgen, OpenAI, John Deere, Amazon, Siemens, all currently are building large language models. Okay, Amgen is a pharmaceutical company, okay, that's using data, okay, to make informed decision with regards to product development. Okay, Amazon, John Deere, Siemens, all these guys, they have large language models that going to be using Nvidia's Nemo as specialized tools for their operations. So these are the customers of Nvidia when it comes to AI and deep learning platforms. So this looks good. This looks promising. This looks like a long-term revenue source for Nvidia. And one thing is that no company, I've not seen any company that easily going to disrupt Nvidia in this space. So we have seen gaming. This is AI deep learning space. So the next one is data center and cloud computing. This is the time that we have a lot of companies offering uh, service, okay, let me say software as a service business model. A lot of companies are going into cloud computing. Okay, so Nvidia is also in this space, providing DGS systems, Grace Upper, Superchip, and AGS platform, which is going to be powering supercomputing and cloud computing. So the likes of Meta, OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, AWS, see, these are big guys in techs relying on Nvidia's DGS systems. Okay, they are relying on their Grace Upper super chip and then their AGS platform for their cloud computing. And you know how big these tech company data centers are. They are they're enormous. In fact, the entire operation of the entire a significant part of the operation is cloud based. Okay, Amazon's AWS is powering thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of companies. So why companies, why companies rely on Amazon's AWS? Amazon also in turn relies on Nvidia's GPU system, okay, for operation. So that is how powerful Nvidia is in this space when it comes to data center and cloud computing. So I was listening to Nvidia CEO during this any call today, talking about the fact that countries, okay, are inviting him to building their AI data centers. So data center is a new trend that is emerging and it's going to be here and it's going to be here for a while. Nvidia is going to play critical role in this space. This is how I see it. I see it as if countries, Europe, Asia, North America countries are investing in AI data centers. There is something they're seeing, and I must begin to look into that direction and align myself accordingly. Okay? If you see big guys jumping on a trend, that trend is actually significant and it's going to be here for a while. For what do I do as an individual? The best thing I can do is to align myself. Where are these companies investing their resources? That's going to be the next big thing. If the likes of Meta, OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, these guys are heavily investing in research and development. They are investing in new technologies, in innovative products. So a company will only invest in something that is going to get a return on. And if this is what they are investing in, so definitely there is something that is important that was looking at. And that's the essence of this video. At the end of this video, you should be able to make up your mind if you want to do more research into Nvidia and take a position. You could also decide not to take any further steps if this is not impressive for you enough. So the next space Nvidia is actively operating now is a cloud and virtualization solutions. Okay, so imagine containers for machine learning and deep learning workloads, enabling simplified AI model deployment. Okay, so company's business model is entirely built on the cloud. I've established that in the previous slide. Not only that, their business model requires machine learning and deep learning workloads, all done in the cloud. So it is one thing to do machine learning and deep learning workloads, okay, on the physical workspace, okay, on a physical machine using hardware systems. But it's entirely different to deploy, okay, machine learning model and deep learning models in the cloud. So this is what Nvidia is doing currently, providing infrastructure for these digital operations. Okay, companies are going digitally. This is what I think. I am thinking like the companies of the future are going to be digital. They are going to be cloud based. In fact, the entire operations are going to be digital, such that even if we have another COVID, okay, there are companies that are going to be unaffected because the entire processes is digital. Okay, the entire operations is digital, except for some companies that are into manufacturing of physical products that the employees need to be physically on ground, and then some other things like that. But all I think is that these cloud and virtualization solutions is powering the next generation of industries that is going to be data based and cloud based, all combined together. So you need like a factory, okay, a factory to undo these processes. So that's what Nvidia is doing. It's just like building a factory where companies can come and manufacture, okay, their AI models and also deploy it to their final end customers, so that Nvidia would provide not just the product, the platform, but also like a service, end-to-end service, from the product design, to get it, to the training of the model design, to its training, and then to its deployment to its final customer. So we have the guys that we need these services. We have NHS UK, that's UK government is heavily invested in this. Schneider Electric, uh, Dassault Systems, Siemens, and Fortune 500 companies. Okay, so this is an infrastructure, is a platform that these guys are really investing in. Guys, to me, this is going to be huge. Yeah. What about automotive and robotics platforms? Nvidia's Drive Orin or Tor is powering autonomous driving platform for ADAS and self-driving uh, systems. Okay, I was listening to a presentation by Salesforce CEO. He was talking about how many things are going to be automated. In fact, he said the vehicle that brought him to the presentation that day was a self-driving car. So self-driving self-driving car robotics is here. This is the age of digital autonomy. Okay, and Nvidia is taking a central role in this. What about their Isaac platform, like robotics AI and simulation for navigation and robot training? Okay, then their Jetson Edge AI is an AI processing for robotics, drones, and smart devices. So we have the likes of Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, Land Rover, BMW, Amazon Robotics, DJI, Bosch Solutions. I know Bosch Solutions very well because I'm also into the pharmaceutical manufacturing space. So I've used some of their products, and I know Bosch Solution is a big player in the pharmaceutical manufacturing space. You know DJI is into drone making. DJI is big. So imagine DJI having to rely on Nvidia. In Okay, that shows Nvidia is an indispensable Nvidia product. A robotic platform is an indispensable product and service for DJI, and ultimately makes Nvidia so valuable. Okay, the next one is they provide developer tools and industry platforms. Think of it like this. There's this saying that in a gold rush, rather than digging digging gold, you can just start supplying the shovel, and makes you so much relevant, and have less competition rather. So this is how I think about it. This is what Nvidia is doing. Like, Nvidia sees AI and artificial intelligence, machine learning development, autonomous gaming and stuff. They see it as a new good. But what they're now doing is to provide tools, okay, to get this done. Provide infrastructure, provide a platform to get this done. Just like a company, just like Shopify provides platform for business owner, okay, to sell their business. So it gives platform to businesses to focus on what they know to do best, okay, like providing product and services to their customers. Why they take care of the backend, the infrastructure, the technology, the platform. Okay, so this is like what Nvidia is doing. CUDA and libraries, Metropolis, Clara Medical AI, Omniverse. These products are providing tools, okay, tools that revolutionize their industries, the sectors. And we have the guys like NASA, CERN, General Electric, Healthcare, BMW, City of Las Vegas, and research institutions having to need these tools for productivity. And come to think about it, any company that is not jumping on these productivity tools are going to be left behind. Remember the time that personal computer became a real thing, okay? Typists, those with typewriter, or typewriter was outdated, right? So because when PC came, it brought another level of productivity, another degree of productivity to generating documents. So the people that stuck with typewriters, okay, became irrelevant because a higher productivity tool came on board. That is it with Nvidia's developer tools and industrial platforms. It is a high level, highly productive tool that companies that return to remain relevant going to the future cannot do without. So that's how powerful it is. Okay. So let's move to the next one. Key insight and market research. Now we have looked at the 7 product categories that it is not easy to disrupt. Okay. As Nvidia is already making, it's already planned, it's already playing in. These are the categories that Nvidia is already strongly playing in. The field they are already playing in, that makes it difficult for them. If you probably one company can disrupt one of the categories, one or two of the categories, but it's not. I don't really see a company disrupting or overtaking Nvidia in all these categories. Okay, from gaming to enterprise solutions, and it has over 100 enterprise customers, Fortune 500 customers, global leaders, countries, government of countries being customers to Nvidia. Okay, so the value or the size of a company's customers, okay, and how irreplaceable their products and services are should give you a clue, okay, of how bullish the company will be on the long term. And we have barely started to scratch the surface of AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, or deep learning. It is just emerging, and it's going to be a while. It's going to take a while. It's going to be around for a while. Yeah, it's going to be around for a while. That is my own take. So this is just a tip of the iceberg. This is, like I said before, this is my own personal research, trying to convince myself, is Nvidia really worth the hype? Is it just, do people just hype Nvidia stock or the company, or it really has a strong fundamental? Does it really have an intrinsic value? Okay, and do they have a long-term growth plan, a long-term innovation that is strong enough to take them for the next 10, 20, 30 years horizon? Probably, maybe. So It is left for me, or it's also left for you to decide if this is a trend we want to jump on. Like we have seen quite a number of companies, global leaders jumping on. So anyway, the choice is yours. Like I always said, this is not a financial advice. Do your own research and make decision that is in line with your goal. If you like this content and you want it to reach further viewers, please do like it and subscribe to my channel. It's kind of expose this content to more viewers and also encourages me to do more research and bring it to people like you who are interested in taking about jumping on a trend that is going to be bullish and strong going into the future. I don't want to be left out of a big trend that is coming, and you also don't want to be left out. So that's why the more information we have, the better decision we can make. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.